The new year is almost here, and if you are looking for a cozy creative hobby to get started, then I want to introduce you to creative journaling. I've been creative journaling for about 10 years now and have the stack of journals to prove it. And today I have 5 reasons why you are going to want to grab a journal and get started today. We'll get to reason number 1 in just a moment, but before we dive in, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are somebody who has been here for a while and are thinking this video maybe isn't for you, I want to tell you to still hold on and join me as I go through the 5 reasons, because I really want you to help me make the case to others. So go ahead and leave a comment at the end of this video sharing the reasons why you love this hobby. This hobby can take a lot of different forms and go by many different names. You may have heard about bullet journaling or junk journaling or scrapbooking. So any of those hobbies that involve documenting your thoughts or memories in a creative way within a notebook, that is what I want to encourage you to get started in the new year. You may have noticed that I categorized this specifically as a cozy hobby, and that wasn't by accident. I actually just went ahead and looked up the word cozy, and it means giving a feeling of comfort, warmth, and relaxation. And isn't that what we all want going into this new year? I think you can definitely tell that there is a shifting tide in our culture in general of people looking and yearning for this sense of relaxation and peace and stillness, and just taking a moment, quite frankly, to step away from the screens and have a moment where we can just be at peace in our own minds and be thinking our own thoughts. Our world is so busy and chaotic. It is full of so much noise. And I think people are looking for something that can help them slow down, to focus, to gain clarity, to have a sense of gratitude and reflection on their lives and their memories. And creative journaling does all of those things. For me, when I sit down at my desk and open up my journal, it is like a breath of fresh air. It just feels like total peace. It's really a space where I feel like I can get into a very zen zone. People talk a lot about a state of flow and just the great feeling that you get from being in a state of flow. And that is something I experience often when I am journaling. It just is a moment where I'm able to totally lock in to something that is really real and tangible and also productive. It is self-care in that it is relaxing and time to just kind of be at peace, but it also gives me that sense of feeling like I'm doing something productive because I am creating something out of nothing. I am turning a blank page into something, and often that something is really special. It ends up being a memory or a reflection that helped me to process something, or just a creative piece of art on the page. With this being my number 1 reason why you should creative journal, I wanted to give you another tool that you can lean into and pursue this concept of self-care and growth and reflection even more. And so I'm excited to share that today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. If you have been with me for a while, then you already know how much I love Skillshare. But if you are new to all the great things that Skillshare offers, let me tell you, it is the largest online learning community for creatives with the depth and breadth of classes that will allow you to pursue any creative hobby or passion. I'm talking illustration, graphic design, photography, all the way to music and marketing and interior design and productivity and so much more. It really is a space that no matter what creative pursuit you are interested in, whether you're a beginner or more advanced and just wanting to step up your skills, there is going to be a class for you. The class that I am currently taking is by the journaling queen herself, Amanda Rach Lee, and it is all about how to art journal for reflection and self-growth. So it's a great class that you may want to take along with me, especially if you are new to the idea of creative journaling and are looking for more inspiration to get started. And what I think I love about Skillshare the most is that you don't have to stop there. You don't only get access to Amanda's class when you join, you get access to the entire library of classes and get to then pursue any other hobby you are interested in. And the best part is that Skillshare is kindly offering the first 500 people to use my link in the description a free 1-month trial of Skillshare. So go ahead, check out that link. It's a great way to try something new and learn a new hobby. And it's also a great way to support my channel. So thank you so much for checking out the link. And thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. While there are a lot of skills you could learn to bring your creative journaling to another level, like hand lettering or watercolor and illustration, none of that is necessary or required. You can start exactly where you are. Because although you might play the comparison game in your head when you start looking up creative journaling and seeing some of the example pages, the fact of the matter is, whatever you create doesn't need to look like somebody else's journal, because it's not somebody else's journal, it's yours. And that is the beauty of it. You should creative journal exactly where you are with the skills you currently have. Because over time, when you get to the point that I'm at, where you have 10 years of journaling experience with this hobby, you will get to see not only all of these beautiful memories that you've recorded, but also the way that you've grown and how your style has changed. When I look back at some of my earlier journals, I creative journaled in a very different way than I do now. But it wasn't because I was bad at creative journaling then and have gotten better, because there's no such thing as bad creative journaling. You can't be bad at this hobby. That's my favorite part about it. It's so beginner friendly because there's no such thing as being bad at it. The only way to be bad at it is to not do it at all. And to that point, it's also beginner friendly because the commitment is as big or as small as you want to make it. You can choose to creative journal every single day for the next year, or you could choose to do it just on a monthly basis. We have a monthly journaling club that gets together just once a month, and we document the whole month in one page. If you want to learn more about that, I'll link the video to get started in the description and up in the cards. But the point is that there's no requirement for how much time you have to spend creative journaling. You can create a beautiful spread in 10 minutes, or you could choose to set aside a whole afternoon and just get creative to your heart's content. You can have so much fun with it depending on the amount of time you want to put into it, and you can really make it work for your lifestyle. My third reason for starting this hobby is because it is easy to do on a budget. I know lots of people who creative journal just by using the art supplies that are in their kids' crayon box. You don't need a lot of tools and supplies to get started. Certainly, there are a lot that you can buy and purchase. I'm not saying that there is not. But one, they tend to be pretty reasonably priced if you do want to go that route. But two, they're not actually necessary. The only thing that really is necessary is the actual notebook or journal and a pen. Now, if you want to get more creative, then obviously bringing in some other colored pens, some stickers, some washi tape, maybe some beautiful papers, those are all great things to add in over time. And I will say that personally, for my style of creative journaling, which tends to lean more towards a scrapbooking style, photos are also really important for me, so I do spend money on photo paper and ink. But it all depends on what you want to make of it. You can put a lot of money into creative journaling, just like you can put a lot of money into any hobby, but you don't have to. In fact, one of my favorite things to do is to be super creative and resourceful by repurposing existing items. I have an entire video all about how I do this that you can go and watch next, but essentially it is looking at my junk mail, it is looking at brochures and pamphlets that you can get for free places. It is holding on to every free sticker that ever comes into my possession. It is saving brown paper bags. In short, there are so many ways that you can get journaling supplies for free. That is one of the reasons that junk journaling has become so popular over the last few years, because it's a really sustainable way to journal using supplies that other people would probably typically throw away, but you give it new life through your journal. The fourth reason to creative journal is in that first word of the hobby, creative. It's the act of getting creative. If you are somebody who as a kid loved to draw and color, or maybe you were that kid like me who always gravitated towards the sticker books, then creative journaling is definitely your hobby. While I believe there is a lot of value in journaling in its purest form, where you are just simply writing letters on a page, I specifically want to encourage you to creative journal. Not just journal, but do it in a creative way, because when we creative journal, that is what brings the reflections and memories to life. It is what helps us recall what it is we were journaling about by reliving the moment through the photo, or seeing that sticker that just represents the way we were feeling in that reflection. You will be amazed as you get started with this hobby just how much the creative elements help you to look back on what it is you have journaled. But more than just looking back, it's also about the process in the moment. That sense of peace and stillness, the feeling of being cozy and relaxed, a lot of that comes from the creative part of this experience. It comes from just tuning out the world and playing with stickers for a half an hour. It comes from layering papers and seeing how colors work together. It comes from drawing and illustrating and allowing your emotions to be translated through watercolor, or allowing yourself to play with a photo that you took that brings back a really special memory. The creative act of figuring out how to put all of those things together on a page in a beautiful way, it really allows everybody to be an artist, because you don't need, again, any specific skills to be able to create. I believe we all are created to create, and within a creative journal, we all are given permission to create freely and to create purely for the joy of it, and to create for ourselves and not for anybody else. And that brings me to the fifth and final reason to creative journal, and that is the outcome. While I talked a lot about the value of the process of creative journaling and everything that you will gain from sitting down and spending some time getting creative, being reflective and mindful, expressing gratitude for all the beautiful things in your life, ultimately the question is, what does it all add up to? And this stack of journals next to me is that. This is the fifth and final reason. It is that years from now, you are going to have the opportunity to sit down with these journals and revisit your past self. You'll get to see what you are thinking about. You'll get to relive beautiful memories. You'll get to see how you expressed your creativity back then compared to now. And you get to do that simply by flipping through the pages of a book that you created. It's a book of your life. These are your thoughts and your memories documented. And I say this all the time here on my channel. Your life is worth documenting. I believe that with all my heart. I believe that your story is powerful and meaningful, and I believe you are so loved. And while you may not fully be able to appreciate how much these journals will mean to you right now, when you look back on them 15, 20, 30 years from now and get to look at the life you have lived, I think you will be so grateful that you started this cozy hobby right now, this year. I really hope that I have convinced you today to get started. If you need some more inspiration, there is no shortage of it here on my channel, so do make sure you are subscribed and check out some of my other videos. I would highly encourage you to check out my Patreon if you are new to this hobby, and consider joining the monthly journaling club. It is completely free to do, and it is a great way to get started with this hobby in the new year. So I hope to see you there. And if you want some more inspiration right now, then make sure you check out one of these videos next.